Pittsburgh, a Pittsburgh federal court jury has been seated, and opening arguments have begun in the civil suit against two Pittsburgh police officers filed by Leon Ford, who is paraplegic since he was shot by police during a traffic stop in Highland Park on November 11, 2012. Ford was found guilty solely of traffic violations and found not guilty of assaulting an officer during his own trial in 2014 stemming from the incident. In his criminal trial, the jury deadlocked on other counts against Ford, including resisting arrest and reckless endangerment, and the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office decided not to pursue a second trial. One of the lawsuit defendants is Pittsburgh police officer David Derbish, who shot Ford 5 times inside Ford's car during a traffic stop after jumping into the passenger side front seat of Ford's car, which began moving as officers on the driver's side were trying to force Ford to exit. Derbish's shots were fired as the car was in motion before it crashed a short distance away. The other defendant in the lawsuit is Officer Andrew Miller, one of the officers who pulled Ford over and who Ford says assaulted him. The lawsuit alleges the officers violated Ford's constitutional rights and used excessive and unreasonable force. It seeks compensatory and punitive financial damages. It asks the jury to hold the officers liable for the consequences of their actions that night. The defense attorneys are expected to argue that the officers are not liable for Ford's injuries and that their actions that night were reasonable. In his opening statement, one of Ford's attorneys, Fred Rabner, portrayed Ford as an unarmed man who was trying to cooperate with police, but who became concerned when the officers allegedly became belligerent and claimed Ford might be someone else, even though Ford's driver's license, car registration, and insurance documents were all verified in checks run by the officers on their mobile computers. Ford's attorney told the jurors that despite a computer database check of Ford's driver's license confirming his identity, the officers questioned whether he was someone else, a known gang member, Lamont Ford, who is unrelated to Leon Ford. Rabner said that Leon Ford refused to get out of his car when officers urged him to come back to the cruiser and see how much you look like Lamont Ford. Rabner said when Ford declined, the officers became verbally abusive, telling him get your black out the car. That was followed by other officers trying to pull Ford from the car as Derbish entered from the passenger's side and began pushing. In his opening statement, Rabner described the shooting of Ford, saying Ford was shot in the chest repeatedly at close range and that the bullets shattered his spine. Rabner told the jury they would hear from a police expert witness, someone high-ranking in the Pittsburgh Police Bureau, who will testify the officers did not follow proper police procedure that night. The defense attorneys for the two officers will make their opening statement to the jury Wednesday morning. Federal Magistrate Maureen Kelly is presiding over the trial, which is expected to last 3 weeks. Kelly previously dismissed the city of Pittsburgh and a third officer, Michael Cosco, as defendants in the case. The federal civil trial jury is made up of 10 jurors, including 8 white women, 1 white man, and a male person of color.